Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Magia Record episode 6, I believe. Yes, episode 6. If you're watching it on Patreon, it's gonna be a little bit late, but in my defense, it was Christmas, and I spent it with my family, and I spent it resting, just, in general. Yeah, that's my defense, and I think it's a good defense. But yeah, we are here finally, and if you're watching it on YouTube, it will probably be be on time for you. So no big deal in this case. Regardless, episode 6. What happened in episode 5? Episode 5 opened with this weird-ass scene of Tsuruno walking up to the stage with Mifuyu standing there, and I think Toka was also there, and Tsuruno started glitching, like her eyes were empty, then she started changing color to... She has this orange color palette, when she started changing it into more of a turquoise, and then she just started green numbers, characters, symbols, whatever started appearing around her. What the fuck was that? We don't know, because nobody ever mentioned that since that point on, so it was just a random scene for all I know. Then we had Sana and Felicia encounter Kyoko. Kyoko, who was stealing grief seeds, and they started running away together from the Magius, and they got onto a cargo train of some sort, and they got to the something Embryo Eve, I think it's called, like an artificial witch kind of thing. And Mifuyu was there, lounging around, seemingly depressed and alcoholic. And the Embryo Eve is supposed to eat the rumors and the witches. No, not the rumors, the witches. And that is supposed to achieve something regarding the Walpurgisnacht. I'm not sure if Embryo Eve is supposed to fight Walpurgisnacht. Is it supposed to become Walpurgisnacht? I don't know. There's so much unknown still. And then we had Iroha and Kuroe also run away, or run towards the Embryo Eve. No, run towards Nemu. Yeah, because Iroha wants to meet Nemu and talk about Ui, because Nemu might actually remember Ui. And then Kuroe stayed behind, because a wall got cracked open and it was quickly closing, so Iroha could go through it, and Kuroe doppelized herself and stood behind to hold off the Magius goons attacking. And the Magius apparently also have magical rocket launchers, which is interesting to say the least. So yeah, Iroha is now somewhere. Kuroe is actively fighting the Magius. Sana, Felicia, and Kyoko are with Mifuyu and with Embryo Eve. And I think they started fighting Embryo Eve. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Yachiyo is still outside, I believe. And Tsuruno is glitching. Yeah. Oh, and I guess Madoka, Homura, and Sayaka are en route to save Mami, which we don't know what happened to her yet. There is a lot going on. oh boy, there's a lot going on, and I have no clue what half of those things going on are. It's a ride, let me tell you. What do I expect from today's episode? Well, first frame I see is Kuroe doppelizing, so I would assume Kuroe fighting the Magus. And that's about it. Well, at the end of the previous episode, Nemo and Toka discussed the Walpurgisnacht arriving, so I would assume that maybe Walpurgisnacht arrives in this episode as well, and the next episode we're gonna fight it. I have no clue. It really could go any which way. It's not even a given that we will ever meet Ui. It could very well be that this season ends, the next season ends, and we never actually find out what happened to Ui. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Oh boy. Yeah, how about we just watch it, right? We just watch it and see for ourselves what happens. To do that, you will need your subs to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show, and I'm gonna have to ask you for support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, it costs you nothing and it helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching Magia Record Season 2, Episode 6 in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I thought there's no subs, but no, there are. They're quite late, though. That's a lot of black goop. Okay, she's alive. That's good. Can't be said about the others. Yeah, the subs are late. I'm gonna have to correct for that during the opening. There we go. Let's see. Subtitles. Delay minus with Z. Okay. X is more delay. Z is less delay. Okay. I'm gonna be able to control it easily without having to look through menus then. I still can't get over the fact. I still can't get over how important Kuroe is for the story, with how little screen time she got in season 1. Also, was she here in the opening this whole time? Or is this new? I think she might be a new addition to the opening. Does it matter? uh, I mean, yeah, the like knowledge alone doesn't change anything. You need to act on that knowledge first. I have a feeling that was your problem, Mifuyu. I mean, you still can. Yeah. You still have, like, executive functions in your brain. I assume you do, at least. I mean, sure. Why not? Okay, how do you know? Okay. Last moment, she turns the page. Hey, that's a very quick character arc, but I'm not complaining. Which way, Western man? Could you be more precise? This looks sealed away. Is this where they sealed Ui away from reality? Or is it like Nemu's room or something? Oh, that's... Uh-huh. That's a lot of common and rare characters from the gacha. That's a cool design. With a monocle and a, like, horsewhip thing. Oh, hello, Madoka. And Sayaka and Homura. For a moment, I thought it's Iroha because the, like, pink arrow. Technically, yes. I mean, it works though. Like, you don't get turned into a witch. You get turned into a doppel, and there is a limit to how many times you can turn into a doppel, but that limit is more than one. So, right? Hmm. Why would Juve vanish, I wonder? Very nice light show. A concert for witches. Charge your fucking phone. And carry the power bank with you. Getting a power bank was one of the best investments I've made. Tell ya what. At least you know where to go. Kinda hard to miss, isn't it? Yeah, there's still one more episode of this season and a whole 4 episode another season. So putting an end to it, probably not as easy. Unless the third season is about something else, maybe about actually finding Ui. And you call them souls? Weren't you supposed to go bring Yachiyo back? Oh no, Tsuruno. I mean, fair, yes. Then again, if there weren't magical girls, there wouldn't be witches. So it's not like humanity exists only because of magical girls. If you catch my drift, right? Oh? Oh no, the precious books. Tsuruno is glitching. I've no clue what's going on with her, but something it. Huh? That ain't Tsuruno. Alina? No. Whomst. Whomst the fuck? You're going to visit mommy. Huh. If you're alive. Depending on the exact way you're dying, I would guess. Is it your body that is dying, or is it your soul gem that is dying? Oh, here's Alina. Very nice music track. You had to strike a pose. But they no longer do. Yeah, Alina is just chaotic neutral, isn't she? Iroha, yes. You can recognize her by those two pink stripes on her back. Sop. Terutorubozu? It just might, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. You can drive. Wouldn't it be faster if you were to henshin and just ninja jump your way there? Or fly, or... No? Do the, like, new Zelda thing where Homura freezes you in time, punches you a bunch, and then unfreezes time and launches you forward, right? Can't you do something like that? Yeah, that's a fair assumption. But they are ready to essentially just sacrifice Kamihama to save magical girls as a whole. And yeah, not the best memories with Walpurgisnacht, huh? Walpurgisnacht. And not the best memories with Madoka fighting Walpurgisnacht, huh? Yeah, not the best. At least the popcorn machine is working. Welcome, hypocrite girls, huh? Why is there a glass in the middle? She's just an opportunist. That's all. Remember your wishes and sins. Motivational messages, eh? Yeah? And she... Oh, that's a mascot suit. Right? I thought she just snatched a big plushie just because she can. Well, hopefully that Teruterubozu works. Whomst? Mifuyo? No. Kinda looked like Mifuyo. Thankfully, Homura is with them. You can do all sorts of tricks with time-stopping powers. Ram it. It might just work. I wouldn't say so. Gonna... Oh, okay. I guess they do have someone on the inside. Maybe try sneaking around on the side, not running straight for the gate, though. Just a suggestion, you know. Okay, you probably wouldn't be able to ram it, actually. I mean, fair. She is a white wing, and those two are black wings, so she is a rank higher, isn't she? Whomst? Oh, just a rando. Okay. How'd you recognize her, though? Here's those green symbols again. But yeah, don't be brave, be smart. Shooting the gate, apparently. Yeah, healing your sister, what's that have to do? Finding your sister and see if she's healed. Okay, I guess. There we go. Gotcha mechanic. Let's do a Princess Connect. Ridive. That's a ballista. And amazing music, as always. Yeah, your plan isn't exactly going as expected, is it? High five. There we go. Don't be a tsundere, Kyoko. I'm the protagonist. You're just a copy. Okay, what's with the song? Who's behind the door? Oh, Mami, hello. Still in your, like, regal form. Oh, is that what it is on Tsuruno? Also that, like, regal form? Except Tsuruno is glitching. So, probably not. Is glitched Tsuruno a unit in the game? Or maybe a skin at least, I guess, because this season wasn't based as much on the game, so maybe a unit, or maybe just a skin that was created after this episode has aired. This season, maybe even, I don't know. Haven't played the game, so no clue. And I don't want to Google glitchy Tsuruno because I might very well just encounter some spoilers. So hey, you guys, you tell me. Interesting, because it really feels like we're not getting close to an end. Right? Like, I thought that maybe in this season we will cover the destruction of the Magus, and the next season is going to be finding Ui among the rubble, figuratively speaking. But it seems like the next season will also will also be a continuation. Oh, after credits scene. 4x3. Whomst. Why is this line not translated? probably wouldn't get me any closer to understanding anyway. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Let's watch this episode again, though. Maybe this will bring me closer to understanding. We'll see. The only one who knows the true you is your past self. Did you forget about me? Does Kuroe also have a sister or something? Or is it her doppel tempting her? Something along those lines. Also, I think like some of those scenes with Kuroe are either completely new, like this one, or Kuroe has been added to them, like the scene of riding on the train. Again, I might just be tripping. I genuinely might just be tripping, but I don't know, I just don't recall them, I guess. Did Iroha really go missing? Yeah, kinda, sorta. If you know the truth, will something change? No. No, it will not. But knowledge is the first step to change. The first, but not the only. Like, that's the thing. Knowledge gives understanding, understanding gives change. That's how it works. Knowledge alone doesn't matter. So, right? It really seems to be Mifuyu's problem that, oh, I know, but I don't do anything about it. It's a thing in, I mean, shit, in like basic psychotherapy even. The first step is knowledge of what's going on with you. For example, like the mechanisms you have, or even what are you doing that isn't necessarily the norm and it might be a sign of something wrong. Then there's understanding of why are you doing this, what might have brought it upon, what do you get from it, because every single behavior we have, we get something from it, right? You're not depressed just because you're depressed because you actually gain something from it. Right? Like recharging your batteries, that's like a new-ish theory in psychology, that depression is just you recharging your batteries. You are so overstimulated, overly like stressed that the mind just shuts down and needs time off. And once you get that knowledge, you can act on it and you can enact change. I have the knowledge that, I know, spending an hour with my phone in the toilet is bad. Then I have an understanding that I spend so much time in the toilet because it's the only place where I can be alone and have privacy. And then you can enact change. Thus, I will create some other space where I can be alone and have privacy instead of spending an hour in the toilet with a phone. Right? Like, that's how it works. Knowledge alone is never enough. And that seems to have lost Mifuyu here. And sure, okay, even knowledge alone already gives you that peace of mind. But even in case of Sana, that she says, oh, I wanted to know that my family is in danger. Because if I know that I can act on it, I can go to my family, spend the last moments with them, even. Right? Felicia, the same. Even if I can't change fate, the place I want to be when it all ends isn't this one. So it's still a change of scenery, even. I know that the world is ending, so I'd rather spend it in the park than here. For example, I wish I could have chosen my own end like you. Yeah, you can. It's never too late for change. Who's this ghostly apparition? Is it one of the former tenants of the of the boarding house. Kinda looked like Felicia there for a moment. Me too. Yes, hashtag you too. The quickest character arc I've ever experienced. Oh, we did bad, and now I'm depressed. I have a goal in life now. Leave Tsuruno to me. Initially, I was confused. Why did she go to Tsurune and not to Yachiyo? Because I just got them mixed up and I thought that she says, leave Yachiyo to me. Hence my confusion. I'll bring her back to the Mikazuki Villa. Especially after this line, right? Because I thought, oh, I will bring Yachiyo to the Mikazuki Villa. But no, Tsuruno. Which is interesting because we still have no fucking clue what happened to Tsuruno actually. Like, she stayed with the Magius, but she seems utterly brainwashed at the same time, so... what's going on? Sister, this way, sister. And you can get out. Some really cool designs on some of those background Megukas. This is a cool design. This one was visible only for a couple of frames. Yeah, looks like a jester kind of person with a staff with a fist on the end. Cool. Cool weapon design. Probably 1-star, 2-star characters, right? What's happening to Kamihama? It seems to be under the whatever field of the Magius. Q, Madoka ex machina. I don't want to say anything ahead of time, but no, I guess shit. What I wanted to say is that I'm afraid that Madoka and the team being here is kind of going to overshadow everything. Right? Like, that was one of my issues with the first season, and I'm afraid that it might happen here. That it might be... I mean, it probably won't be, but I'm afraid that it might be, for example, Madoka doing the final shot to the Walpurgisnacht or Embryo Eve, or maybe Madoka and Iroha connecting and shooting together, or something like that. Because in my mind, this is a story of Iroha, Yachiyo, Futaba, Tsuruno, Felicia, right? Madoka, Homura, Kyoko, Mami, Sayaka, they had their story. They can be cameo characters in this one, but I'd rather they don't take the foremost stage, right? You know what I mean. So I'm afraid that's gonna happen. Trying to lure witches into Kamihama. They're using a huge group of magical girls to create chaos and division. Everyone's being tricked. Magius tells them that if they obey, they won't have to turn into witches. That's no trick, though. Like, here's the thing. Magius is legit about it. If you obey them. I mean, even if you don't obey them, even if you are in the counter to them, as long as you are on the Kamihama grounds, you get a doppel. And you don't turn into a witch. They are correct about it. And even if you do get fully doppelized after X number of uses, that's still better odds than becoming a witch. With a doppel, your soul gem can blacken 2, 3, 4, 7, 18 times, however many. It probably depends on the magical girl. With the witch system, it gets dark once you die. That's it. You get turned into a witch. No takesies, backsies. So objectively, the doppel system is better. Simple as, really. Now, sure, seemingly, apparently, supposedly, it leads to the suffering of many people because they get sucked into the Uasa and they meet all sorts of horrible fates. But we don't really see that, do we? It's never like explicitly shown that, oh, regular civilians are screaming as they are being chewed up by the embryo Eve by the dozen, or any sort of imagery like that that would make us actually care about the regular people. Right? I know, I find it odd that all of the supposed atrocities that this system leads to are always told to us and not really ever shown. It actually makes me question whether they are actually as atrocious as they say they are. Right? This show would actually benefit from them showing us explicitly, in no uncertain terms, that yes, to create the doppel system, hundreds of Kamihama residents are dying. Right? Or being trapped in the Uasa. Magi's Amusement Park. Kura will come. Yeah, charge your phone, honestly. All the souls that were tiny little sparks are about to set fire to the whole world. Something's fucky-wacky with Toka. The wings of the Magus aren't just a tool to help you play with fire, yeah. A lot of shaft head. A lot of shaft neck. You know, everyone has something to do with this. Humanity's growth came at the cost of magical girls' lives. See? I'd be kind of fine with this explanation if it was a situation where witches are a thing and have always been a thing, and then magical girls were created and they are the protectors of the normal people. And if magical girls just stopped fighting, stopped doing anything, stopped existing, witches would destroy humanity anyway. But it's not the case. Both witches and magical girls were brought upon the earth artificially by incubators. So, okay, humanity's growth came at the cost of magical girls' lives. Yes. But at the same time, that cost was caused by the incubators. If they never came, if they never provided the magical girls' powers, if they never created witches, it would just not be a thing in the first place. So we're kinda fighting the symptom and not the cause. And also, you're fighting like completely unknowing, completely ignorant people here. Again, it would be, I won't let an unknowing humanity keep using magical girls as cattle. It would be another thing if humanity knew about what's going on. And they were very demanding and demeaning to magical girls, right? They would see magical girls as inhuman. They're no longer human. They are tools of war against the witches. They don't have rights. They're just weapons. If something like that was here, then I could see the resentment. But as it is, the resentment is completely and utterly misplaced and not based in facts and logic. And if there was someone based on facts and logic, I would expect Toka to be the one. Toka and Nemu. They were very intelligent studios, right? So it kind of sort of feels like a bullshit reason. I'm not gonna lie. Also, it's interesting that they couldn't have come up with a better solution. They came up with a solution that already shakes up the order of things in the universe. Couldn't they have come up with something that just makes witches and magical girls not a thing? I don't know. It really seems to me like there were better ways to go about it. Is all, I guess. And also that the motivations are kind of weak. I mean, not weak. It is a strong motivation, but it's not entirely understandable to me, especially coming from a character like that. It would be, again, another thing if the proponent of this solution was a magical girl who was, who was treated badly by humans. Who was treated as a thing, as a weapon, and not as a person. She swore revenge, or something along those lines, right? But it's not the case. Also, in the first place, how did you get your powers? What was your wish? Right? That's also a thing. How did you even become a magical girl? How did Nemu become a magical girl? Because you could have just checked out of this whole drama by not becoming a magical girl. So I have to wonder about the whole backstory, how the whole Magus thing came to be. That's probably the most interesting here. That's probably the biggest mystery. And I can't help but wonder that it might actually have something to do with Ui and her disappearance. Even if you're hesitant because you can't understand this plan, help us understand this plan then. And also, what the fuck is going on here? Any details we can glean from that? This is Tsuren, oh yes. Spin a mascot on her twin tails. Glitchy palette swap. And also pattern swap, I think, on her clothes. Welcome to Collation Land. Yeah, I have no fucking clue what's going on here. Zero, none, zilch. When this is all over, do you think we'll be able to go to that amusement park? And Toka is like, huh? No, I thought it was obvious that we are all dying here. Well, did you think that we're like, oh, did I create the, like, oh, you misunderstood me. Ah, see, we are all sacrificing ourselves, actually. Like, this is the vibe I'm getting here. Alina, the perfect chaotic neutral. She just cares about art, nothing else. I committed to Toka and Nemu because they had soul, but they seem to have somehow lost it. My goal as an artist isn't to have parties with ignorant doll girls, yeah. Would you tell me if this looks like it's ever going to reach a climax? Hey, whenever something cool happens, call me, the number, telepathic Mahou Shoujo connection, give me a call. Peace. Clear skies, thanks to Teru Teru Bozu. I wonder if this Teru Teru Bozu is actually gonna be significant somehow. Does it have any important-ish looking looks? It's the same mascot that Tsuruno seems to have on her arm. Interesting. Why use this sort of a mascot? Collation Land also has plenty of mascots that have a similar muzzle. Supercell is coming, and with it, Walpurgisnacht. Yeah, we were told that it would appear in Mitakihara, but Kamihama is trying to attract it consciously. And yeah, Homura, not the best memories. Certainly not the best memories. Especially with Madoka saying, "Oh, I'm glad I became a magical girl." Little do you know. I wanted to go to that castle. I'm not even gonna question the rooms here. I'm not even gonna question why there is a pane of glass in the middle. Usually you see a pane of glass like that in like a visitation chamber in a prison, or you see it in like if Kyoko here was a cashier and Iroha was buying tickets, which I initially thought is the idea here, right? Iroha asking for tickets to the castle, figuratively speaking, and Kyoko being able to provide them or something along those lines. But no, both sides of the room seem the exact same. Remember your wishes and sins. And she takes the costume. No, this is just a similar mascot. Not the same, actually. No, not the same whatsoever. Homura MVP. Yeah, White Wing can order around. I thought it's gonna be some character that we met before, but no, it's just a rando faceless Mahou Shoujo who can use chains. Now, thankfully, Kyoko Ex Machina. Connector. And we can bust down the doors. Missed the frame again. What are those massagers at the top of this tower? What's going on? It's your friends. Friend, singular, Iroha. They both look like shocked, completely stupefied. Nemo I can understand, because she sent Kuroe to find Iroha in the first place, and now Iroha is coming back straight into her embrace, figuratively speaking. But why is Toka so surprised? She's met Iroha before, didn't she? Of course she did, because Iroha asked Toka about Ui. So why is she surprised? I guess she's surprised that someone is attacking them, that the plan isn't going as smoothly. But it really seems like it's a reaction to Iroha's appearance, because we focus on Iroha here. So why is she surprised? Is it perhaps that Iroha is someone who can foil their plans somehow, right? 4 chairs and all that? She's like the part of their group, and she's the only one who can stop the process. Ui's disappearance has something to do with the plan, and Iroha is the only one who can rescue Ui, and rescuing Ui would ruin the whole endeavor. Plausible. Plausible. Uwasa, secret Uwasa. Here comes Regal Mami and glitchy Tsuruno. Why are you glitching, girl? I wonder what's the writing above her. I wonder if it has any significance for her glitching, or is it just, I don't know, Maho Shoujo Doru or something like that. And a lot of other characters here as well. Could very well be just for, you know, aesthetics, but could actually mean something. I wonder. Yeah, this is Sana and Ai. I thought that maybe it would be like Tsuruno and Ai or something, and Ai, I know, is controlling Tsuruno or something. I'm trying to find some explanations for Tsuruno glitching, but I have absolutely none. And then there's the blue butterfly, and then there is Tsuruno talking with Nemu. And this is, you know what? Audio, track, English. If subs won't provide, maybe the dubs will. Every single one of us deserves to be liberated from our fate. Okay, makes sense. Also, the inverted filter kind of reminds me of inverted Tsuruno. Maybe orange and teal, they're kind of like opposed colors on the color wheel. I know, I'm I'm grasping at straws here, man. I'm grasping at straws, honestly. Oh boy. Oh boy. What an episode. So, most of the gang is back together again. Almost, not really. Iroha is back with Yachiyo. She's no longer alone. She has the help of Madoka and the team, Sans Mami. So they're going to be able to do more than Iroha alone, for sure. And I can already see Iroha power combined with Madoka. That has to happen. That is just simply has to. Riren and the Girl Murder Force, Helk, Magia Record, and the continuation of that is somewhere. Undead Girl Murder Force, Frieren, Shangri-La, Shy, Shield Hero, Scythe and Paladin Magia Record. There we go. What was I? Right, Combiner attack Iroha and Madoka. Combiner attack. Also, my other theory was that Iroha is the key to undoing their plan. The Magus plan. Because she's Ui's sister, and Ui is somehow a key to that plan. Possibly, probably, maybe. I have no clue. I have no clue, but Toka's and Nemu's reactions to Iroha appearing are certainly telling. Interesting that Mifuyu got a change of heart this quickly. You know? She didn't really have that much of a character arc, and she just did a 180 immediately. Really felt abrupt, not gonna lie. But I guess she did have a little bit of a character growth, maybe, right? First, she tried convincing Yachiyo to join them. And then she has a crisis of faith, so to speak, crisis of faith in the Magus. She becomes depressed. And then someone gives her a new goal in life and gets her out of her depression. Yeah, I guess. I guess it is an arc. Fast, sure, but an arc. Anything else of import? The weird apparition that Mifuyu sees. That seems important. That person didn't look like anybody of the former Mikazuki Villa residents, so I wonder who it was. Then we also have Tsuruno glitching, which is still something that's like, what, why, how, what the fuck's going on there? I don't know. I have no clue. We have who do we have? Rena and Momoko, I think, stuck with Mitama inside of the Magus HQ. Mami is still apparently in her regal form, ascended form, whatever you want to call it, which I was under the impression that she was knocked out by the fall. That's why Iroha was able to. No, Iroha didn't free herself. She was whisked away by an Uasa. So maybe Mami was alive and well all this time. Why would uh, why would other characters get access to her ribbons? Mami helping them subconsciously despite her weird ass fucking form? Because it's not a doppel. What is it even? That's another question that I have absolutely no answers to. Tsuruno's glitchy form, Toka's seemingly change. Because it really seems like the plan was supposed to be good. It really seems like Toka, Nemu, and Ui came up with the plan and they started, putting it into life. But then Toka decided that, you know what? Nah, saving magical girls, that's not enough. I need to exact revenge on humanity as well. Could it be revenge because of Ui? Ui gave her life for humans, so humans deserve to die? But why would Ui be erased then? Was she fighting a witch that had the power of erasure? But why is she appearing in people's dreams, driving them towards Kamihama? Why did she talk to Iroha? She has to exist in some shape or form. She could have been incorporated into the Magius HQ as a sort of a AI assistant. Why is Nemu dying? So many questions, so little answers. Also, the next episode, episode 7, seems to be about. It seems like it will be about mostly defeating Mami and Tsuruno, bringing them back to sanity somehow. Episode 8, dismantling the Magius, ideally. And season 3, fighting the Valpurgisnacht, assuming they are unable to stop it regardless. Because if they do stop it, then the third season will have to be about finding Ui, or about some other subplot. I know. I don't know, man. I'm confused. I have the puzzle pieces, but they are all black and square, so I don't know how they fit together. That's really the that's really how I see it. I'm having fun trying to fit them together, sure, but I have little hope of being able to do that until the very last episode of the very last season, and even then it will probably require a video essay about the lore to be able to piece things together. If somebody has like a 6 hour long video essay about the lore of Magia Record, hook me up in the comments. I'm gonna watch it one day. And also, there has to be so many things that just elude me. That's also the thing, right? Maybe there was something in the background, some symbol, or maybe some line in hiragana that can drive me closer to the conclusion, or maybe the fact that Tsuruno is glitching is because she played a video game in episode 2 of season 1, or maybe it's a callback to an event in the game and the green characters are from their collab with the Matrix. I don't fucking know. it really seems like I'm missing so much, too much to be able to create a cohesive theory about everything. But I'm having fun regardless, and I trust that it will become cohesive whole by the end of the series. Not necessarily this season, but by the end of the next season, I think I might discover at least a little bit of the true nature of it. But yeah, I think right now that's gonna be it from me for today. But maybe you guys have something more to add on the topic. If so, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? No spoilers, please. Spoilers can go to my Discord here, also in the description below. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to be notified of future releases of not only Magia Record, but also Shangri-La Frontier, Shy, Frieren, Ancient Magus Bride, Sahet and a Paladin, plenty others coming in the future because the season is ending and I'm gonna be streaming the look at the next season shows as well, so click the bell to be notified of when I go live. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, linked down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to Magia Record, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and place in the credits. You can also support me directly on YouTube itself via memberships, super thanks, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do the good stuff. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: Kyuubey, Without a Network, Survivor, Zayrainer, Akumaster, Dr. Watt, Marshike, Alafasal, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to glitch out like Tsuruno.